previous episode. 3 hours. What the heck? It was meant to be a straightforward hunt, turned into a bit more of an adventure. And we've literally only gone maybe 50 meters. We faced bog hole after bog hole, muddy patch after muddy patch, and then faced our own challenges of getting out. We were so close to a recovery, then both winches decided to pack in. How we get on, if we actually get out ourselves, stay tuned to find out how we got on. Alright, so headed back today. Bit of a better day, a bit sunnier, and the bog holes are pretty much all filled up with water. So definitely not able to bring another vehicle down. So as you can see, walking, got some of the mates out here helping as well. And this is where my vehicle stayed for the previous 4 days. First task on the agenda for today is to get out the BT. At this stage we had to dig out the front end and start packing with whatever we could find in the area. This area was quite tight for the BT with its long wheelbase, so we had to do a few attempts at trying to turn around. But after failing that, we just decided to reverse back as far as we could to find a turning point. Well, we eventually were able to turn around, and we're faced with the areas we originally winched through without a winch. Well, the only thing to do at this stage was to start packing the track and digging. After packing the track, we decided just to crawl up this first bit, see how it sat. But whichever way, we were getting stuck. We then came up with another method to help winch. This method entailed one or both of the front wheels, some strops, and an anchor point. As you can see in the clip, the issue is getting the right tyre, getting the right wheel, and ensuring that the one that you do wrap around is actually rotating. So instead of wasting more time, we decided to wrap up both wheels. So on to the last section and the last challenge, getting ourselves over this little hump, and literally about 30 meters away from the entry point, we decided to continue our tyre winch method. So the camera fell off its stand, and what you don't see is that we actually do get out with the tyre winch method, and it just helped us over that last little bump. As soon as I was over that bump, and then we just got out of there. This is Shane. Without Shane, we would not have got the Mazda out. He's obviously changed because he was muddy, quite muddy earlier on. We'll try not to do that again.
No worries. All good.
All right. So the BT was out with definite signs of damage and most likely replacement of parts, but also the extent of the thick mud was just everywhere. One down, one to go. Okay, so what we're doing today is we're trying to see if we can unspool the winch so it's in free spool now, and all we're doing is we're trying to hook up what's called like a 2-pole winch or manual method to try and pull that winch out, because it might just be jammed on the drum. So we're going to try that. We're going to try and pull it out, and then we also might try this method to get the whole truck out. Haven't really done it, so this will be the first time, but I'll show you the setup. Okay, so we've got an anchor point here. It's a solid tree, and we're just using my winch rope. This 2-pole method it's pretty simple. You've just got to loop the rope, whatever kind of rope you use, around 2 poles, and all you're doing is you're moving the 2 poles around, changing sides. We've got hooked up to the actual winch rope through there. It's a bit of a bad angle, but it's the only place we could do right at the moment. And then snatch block down into another snatch block into another anchor point. So we're just going to see how this method goes and if it works. So did it work? Unfortunately we have to go, and we'll be back. Right, so change of plan. We've been trying to get a bit of purchase on either the winch or the vehicle itself using the like hand winching method, and it's been a bit tight when we started doing that method on the GQ, and it was just got too dangerous. We had a bit too much pressure trying to push over those pieces of log. So we're at home today, the weather's good, and what we're going to do is we'll take a look at the bar on the BT. Take a look at the winch. The winch is pretty much stuffed, and where the winch is sitting on the winch cradle, the bolt holes that it comes through the actual winch cradle they've given way, and just looking at it, the holes seem to be quite a lot larger than necessary, and the bolts were just easily pulled through those bolt holes. So the plan is to take off the bar, take off the cradle, get rid of the winch, and we've got another winch here, another runver that we can potentially throw back on the cradle, but we're going to have to either straighten that cradle up a little or reinforce it somehow. That's what we're doing today, and if we get through it today, we're going to head out and take the BT back to get this truck out. And we are back to see if we can get this thing out. We have a couple of experts with us, rigging up the lines, ready for the pull. And yes, she did make it.
Yeah, keep winching it.
Sounds good. Such an awesome feeling, but now the big toe out. Our first little challenge, the area I got stuck in on day 2, now with a GQ in tow. Can't see it too well on camera, but just to the left there is about a 2 to 3 meter drop. So at this point we tried the hand winch to help pull me to the right back onto the track as I drove forward. Although I'm not back on the track at this point, I am in a safer spot, so we then move over to the GQ. This area here was the hardest spot to get out of, and basically after this we breezed through the rest of the track. And we made it with a few new scratches and dings later. I won't bore you with the tow out because it was pretty straightforward. A lot of weight from the GQ helped to keep my rear end down. If you want to go back and see the areas that we came back across, go and check out the previous video for coverage of that. And a special mention to all those that came out to assist. Massive thank you to you all. And to all those who DM'd me to offer their assistance to help get the vehicles out, thank you. It means so much. Appreciate your help. And it just goes to show how awesome the hunting and 4x4 communities are. Time for the big cleanup and repair. Alright, we're back, and this may seem familiar to you, and yes, the BT is clean. However, we're not taking this back into that track. We're going out for what we originally went out for, and we're going for a hunt. So like, subscribe, and if you want to see more, follow us for our next adventure as we head into hunt. Stay frosty.